Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, my new issue ACCA classes. So in this video, we will be doing further more question from the Kaplan Kit of Financial Accounting, that's F3, and the question number is 142. So till 141 I had uploaded all the question video. You can simply go to my YouTube channel and search for the playlist, so you can access all those video at free of cost. So in case you have doubt, you can message me in the description box. You can find the link of the social media ID where I am available, so you can send me your queries over there and I will try my best to assist you and helps in the clearing the paper. Okay, so if you are watching my video for the first time, do not forget to subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon for more updates. So let's start the today video. The question number is 142 and question is asking what was the gross value of the sales invoices for Kai prepared by Eloit. Okay, so Eloit is a register for the sales tax, and during October Eloit sold goods with a tax exclusive price of 800 to Kai on the credit. As Kai is buying a large quantity of the goods, Eloit reduced the price by 8% and Eloit accounts for the sales tax on all the transaction at 25%. So basically the question is asking for the gross value of sales invoice prepared by Kai prepared by Eloit, right? So if you can solve this question by logical method as well, and I will explain the rules of what to do in case of such kind of situation. Okay, so basically the price of the goods was excluding the VAT is 800, right? But if the Eloit has not provided discount to the Kai, in that case if we add the VAT, so this amount is 100% and the VAT charge is 25%, so it means 125. If we multiply by 125, in that case the amount will be 1000, right? So you simply can if no discount has been given to the Kai, in that case the price of the goods will be 1000. But the question asks the gross value of the sales invoice. Basically the Kai has been entitled for a discount of 8%, so on the discount you simply cannot charge the VAT. Think logically, you have given the discount to the client, even though you will charge the VAT. It's don't seems to be logical, right? So if 800 is the amount of the goods, first we need to discount. What you can do is you can multiply 800 into 8% and the amount which will come after calculation can be deducted from 800. Like you can just take 800 and multiply by 8%, so it will give you the amount of 64, and you can simply subtract from the 800, it will give 736. Or what you can do is you can take 800 and 8% is discount given to the Kai. So if you subtract 8% from 100%, in that case remaining percentage will be 92. So if you will directly multiply 0.92, in that case the answer will be same, it's 736, right? So now Eloit accounts for sales tax at the rate of 25%. So be careful, always check the sales tax the given in the question. Don't always assume 20% or 25%. Please check it once. Okay. So now again what you can do is you can take 25% of this amount and add to 736, or what you can do is we have to increase the amount by 25%. So it means 100 plus 25% means 125%. That means I can multiply by 1.25%. So it will give 920. Okay, so this is the way to solve the question, right? Next, ABC company sells a good with a list price of 1000 to Simit, which are subject to trade discount of 5% and early settlement discount of 4% if the invoice was paid within the 7 days. The normal credit period available to credit customers is 30 days from the invoice date. At the point of sales, Simit was not expected to take advantage of the early settlement terms offered. If Simit subsequently paid within 7 days and was eligible for the settlement discount, what accounting entry should be made by ABC company to record the settlement of the discount of the amount outstanding? So it's very tricky part, I must say, and lots of students do the mistake. I know because I was in the same phase a few years ago. So it's very important to go step by step, right? So as ABC company sold goods with a list price of 1000 to Smith, which are subject to trade discount. So trade discount are given immediately at the time of purchase, whereas early settlement discount is given when the customer will settle the remaining balance outstanding. Okay, so there are certain period. If the customer paid those outstanding amount within those period which has been specified by the supplier, I mean being a supplier. So if customer paid the amount within those period, in that case they will be entitled for the early settlement discount. Okay. Okay, so here let's open the calculator. Okay, 1000 was the price of the goods and it was subject to discount of 5%. So you can simply multiply 5%, means 0.05, and subtract it from the 1000. It will give 950. Or what you can do is you can take 1000 and multiply it by 0.9%. Why? Because the 5% is the discount given, so only 95% is remaining, so it will give the same amount, 950. Okay, so basically, and at the time of purchase this might be recorded as ABC company sold the goods, right? And the question is asking from the perspective of the company, not from the perspective of the customer. Always this check this as well. Okay, so it is receivable that need to be received from the Smith. It will be debit receivable, and the receivable amount will be 950 because 5% was immediate discount given to the customer. So the remaining amount that we will receive from the customer is 950. Okay, and credit sales. Okay, the credit will be sales, amount will be the same. But as now customer has given the option to pay the invoice within 7 days. So if customer pay the amount within the 7 day, in that case customer is entitled for the 4% more discount. If the customer has paid after 7 day, in that case simply the whatever the amount customer will pay, we will simply debit the bank or the cash we receive from the customer, and credit will be the receivable. Okay, but here the case is different as customer has paid within 7 days. So let's do, so 750, and if we give discount of 4%, so remaining will be 96, 0.96. So 912 that need to be paid from the customer. So we will debit bank. So as customer has paid within the 7 days, so we will debit bank or cash. So in the question, in the option they are given, they have debited bank, so we will also debit the bank. Amount will bank will be 912. Okay, and again we have already booked the receivable, so we need to reduce that as well because the amount is no longer need to be due because customer has set up or cleared their dues amount. So receivable will be reduced by 950. But if we follow the double bookkeeping entry system, so in that case debit and credit should be equal, but in our case the difference is 38, and by which debit balance is not being balanced, right? So we have option of debit bank and credit receivable by the same amount, which is incorrect because we have already booked the receivable of 950. So we can't reduce the receivable by 912. We need to reduce the receivable by the full amount that we have booked earlier by 950. Okay, so and there is only one option where the receivable is being reduced by 950, which is C, and you can obviously classify. You don't know what should be booked on the debit side, even though you don't know, right? So it's correct. And yes, so 38 is 38 the difference which is between the debit and credit side will reduce the revenue because we have booked the revenue 950 earlier, but actually we receive only 912 from the customer. That's why option C is correct. Okay, let's move to the next question, and question number is 144, and question says ABC company sold goods with a list price of 2500 to Jones, which are subject to trade discount of 5%, early settlement discount of 4%. If the invoice was paid within 7 days, the normal credit period available to credit customer is 30 days from the invoice date. At the point of sale, Jones was expected to take advantage of early settlement terms. If the Jones subsequently paid within 7 days and was eligible for the settlement discount, what accounting entry should be made by ABC company to record the settlement of the amount outstanding? So what I'm thinking, I should make a separate video on this topic, whether the subsequent discount has been taken or not, and whether they have taken the, what will be the case. If not, what will be the case? It will be more clear, right? So if you want this video, please comment me in the comment box. So I will see if I will see the good response, then obviously I will make the video on this topic. So let's start solving this question. So basically, the goods was sold price was 2500, and the trade discount of 5% means trade discount means the discount given immediately at the time of purchase, right? So 2500 and the 5% discount is given, so it means only 95% is remaining. So we will multiply directly by 95%. So David 2375, right? But when the invoice was issued, the customer has given the one option to pay the amount early, so-called early settlement discount. They have been offered to the customer that if you will pay the invoice within the 7 days, you will be entitled for a discount of 4%. Okay, so normal credit period available to credit customer is 30 days from the invoice date at the point of sales, and Jones was expected to take advantage of the early settlement terms. The question is somehow similar to the 143, but if you look at the last few sentences, here the question says at the point of time Smith was not sure that he will take and discount. That's why the ABC company has booked the full amount as a receivable. But here the Smith was Jones was sure that he will take a discount, right? So in that case, we need to reduce the receivable further. Let me check if I'm not wrong. So this is the amount, and how much discount has been provided? 4% more. So remaining 94% is so 96% is remaining. So 2280. So we will book debit receivable and credit sale amount will be 2280. But once you will receive from the customer within the 7 days, what we have been booked? We have booked debit receivable, credit sales, and amount is 2280, right? And why we did so? Because the customer was sure that they will pay it within the 7 days. In earlier case, customer was not sure. That's why we have not taken the early settlement discount into the consideration while calculating the final amount. But this time we will take into the consideration. Why? Because Jones is expected to pay those amount within the 7 days. Okay. And once in the question further, it has been mentioned that Jones has paid this amount within 7 days. So now it's very simple. We will simply debit bank or cash that we receive from the customer, and on the credit part it will be the receivable. So there is only one option, that's a B. Okay, so we don't need to book reduce the revenue by the 95, and we don't need to book the full amount of 2500 because there are certain trade discount also given, right? I hope this is clear now. Okay, so moving to the next question, and which is 145. The question says ABC's company sold goods to the list price of 4500 to Black, which was subject to trade discount of 5% and early settlement discount of 4% if invoice was paid within 7 days. The normal credit period available to credit customer is 30 days and from the invoice date, and at the point of sale the Black was expected to take advantage of the early settlement terms offered. Now the in this case even the Black was expecting that he will pay within the 7 days, but the Black did not pay within 7 days and was not eligible for the settlement discount. What entry should be made by ABC company to record this settlement of amount outstanding? So somehow same from the above two question, but little bit changes is that within the 7 day the customer did not pay the amount as supposed to be paid, right? So let's start doing the calculation. So the goods has been sold for 4500 and the trade discount which is given at the point of sale is 5%, means remaining 95% is remaining. So 4275 was the final amount. Okay, and at the same time the customer has been offered a cash settlement discount of 4% and the customer was also expecting to take this discount, so we will multiply it again by 96%. So this will give a balance of 4140. So debit receivable 4104 and we will credit sales 4104. Okay, now this is also tricky part, just focus what I am doing. See, if the customer was not expected at the time of sale that they will not they are not sure they will pay within 7 days or not, in that case the receivable balance that we have been booked will be we need to book will be 4275, but here customer was sure that they will pay the amount within the 7 days. That's why we have considered further 4% discount of early settlement, and that gives the balance of 4104, right? But the now twist is that the customer did not pay within 7 days, so now customer have to pay the full amount along with the trade discount, not the early settlement discount. That means the 4275 that we calculated on 4500 multiply by 95%. Why 95%? Because 5% is given that as a trade discount. So the customer will now pay debit 4275, right? And the debit will be bank or the cash, and as per the option there is only bank, so we will take a bank. Okay, but on the credit part receivable will be reduced by the same amount which we booked earlier. It will be 4104, but the difference will be revenue, because this if the customer are unsure at the time of the sales, in that case the revenue amount would have been 4275, but we only booked 4104, right? So that's why the revenue will be increased by 171, the difference between the two. Yes, yeah, so this is the correct entry. I hope this is clear. So I'm planning to make a video of this explaining the scenario and the debit and credit part which need to be considered. So it will be easy for you guys to make a difference. I hope this is clear till date. Okay. Let's move to the next question, and the question number is ABC company sold goods with a list price of 3700 to the White, which are subject to trade discount of 5% and early discount of 4% if invoice was paid within 7 days. The normal credit period available to credit customer is 30 days from the invoice date. At the point of sale, White was not expected to pay early and take the advantage of early settlement terms offered. If, as expected, White did not pay the within settlement discount period, what accounting entry should be made by ABC company to record the settlement of amount outstanding? So the what happened in this case? First of all, think like this. So trade discount are given at the time of the sale. So what will be the amount after the trade discount? So 3700 is the amount, and the trade discount given is 5%, means remaining 95%. So we are going to have a residual balance of 3515. Just think like this, right? Now next thing what you need to consider is whether the customer is expected to take those discount or not. In our case, customer is not going to not expected to pay the amount within 7 days. In that case, residual balance will be 3515. But if the customer expect at the time of sale that they will pay within 7 days, in that case the residual balance will be reduced by the further 4%. Okay, so now we will book the transaction debit receivable 3515, and credit will be the sales 3515, right? Now as expected, customer did not take the discount, right? So the customer have to pay the full receivable balance. So debit will be the bank, and on the credit part will be the receivable, and the amount will be the same. So option A seems to be fit here, right? Okay, so moving to the next question, 147, and this is the last question of this topic. After that we will end this chapter. ABC company sold goods with a list price of 1400 to the green, which was subject to trade discount of 4% and early settlement discount of 5%. If invoice was paid within 7 days, the normal credit period available to credit customer is 30 days from the invoice date. At the point of sale, the green was expected to take the advantage of the early settlement discount terms offered. If on the occasion the green did not pay with the settlement discount period, what accounting entry should be made by ABC company to record settlement of the amount outstanding? So as I haven't solved a few questions related to this, so I must say you guys to try this question by yourself. In case you didn't get your answer, do message me in the comment box or any of the social media ID, the link of which is given in the description box. First give it a try by yourself. In case you didn't get it, please message me. I will try my best to solve your query at the earliest. Okay, so I hope this video is very useful, and what I am planning to do is like the most of the viewer is from the Nepal and India, so that's why I have planned to make my video in the Hindi as well. So I will make each video. Now I am planning to do so, making the video in the English as well as in the Hindi, so that it will be more convenient for the viewers, especially from the Nepal and the India, to get the point or the concept that I am trying to explain in Hindi, right? It will be more easy for them if I will make video in the Hindi. So let's see. In from the inventory chapter, I will try to make the video in the Hindi as well as in English. So thank you so much, guys. I hope this video is very useful, and don't forget to hit the bell icon for more updates. So thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye.